So what are we going to learn in General Chemistry 1? We divided our lessons into 10 modules, 5 for midterms and 5 for finals. For the midterms, for module number 1, we will be looking at matter and its properties. And by using its properties, we will be identifying some substances and we will learn how to separate them. We will also be recognizing the formulas of common chemical substances. We'll also compare consumer products on the basis of their components for use, safety, quality, and cost. And finally, we will describe separation techniques such as distillation, chromatography, and the like. For module number 2, we will be looking at the compositions of matter. So we will learn atoms, molecules, and ions. We will also be learning some common isotopes and their uses. Finally, we will represent compounds using their chemical formulas. We will also learn their structural formula and models. And by these different formulas, we will be learning how to name compounds given their formula and also write their formula given the name of the compound. What about module number 3? For module 3, we will be looking at different chemical reactions and chemical equations. So from here, or from this lesson, we will be learning how to write and balance chemical equations. Actually, this is just a review from your junior high school. We will also be learning how to calculate empirical formula from the percent composition of a compound. For module number 4, we will be learning about stoichiometry. We will be defining what is a mole, and we will also illustrate Avogadro's number with different examples. After that, we will calculate molecular formula given molar mass. Still under Module 4, we will construct mole or mass ratios for a reaction in order for us to calculate the amount of reactant needed or the amount of product formed in terms of moles or mass. And then, finally, for module number 5, we will be looking at mass relationships in chemical equations or chemical reactions. So we will calculate percent yield and theoretical yield of the reaction, and we will explain the concept of limiting reagent in a chemical reaction so that we would be able to identify the excess reagents. Now let's talk about the modules that we will be learning for the finals. For module number 6, we will be looking at electronic structure of atoms. So this is where we will learn quantum numbers to describe an electron in an atom. We will determine the magnetic property of the atom based on its electronic configuration. And we will also learn how to draw an orbital diagram to represent the electronic configuration of atoms. So this is where you are going to review your electron configuration. For module number 7, we will be looking at chemical bonding. And we actually subdivided this into two. We have ionic bonding and covalent bonding, and also we have molecular geometry. For ionic bonding and covalent bonding, we will learn how to draw the Lewis structure of these ions, and we will also apply the octet rule in the formation of molecular covalent compounds. Finally, we will learn how to write the formula of molecular compounds that are formed by the non-metallic elements of the representative block. Still under Module 7, we will be looking at the geometry of molecules. So under this lesson, we will be looking at the geometry of simple compounds. We will describe them. And of course, we will also be determining the polarity of simple molecules. For module number 8, we have organic compounds. And this is where we are going to learn common functional groups. We will describe the different functional groups and also describe structural isomerism as well as to give examples. We will also describe some simple reactions of organic compounds such as the combustion of organic fuels, addition, condensation, and saponification of fat. Finally, for our last lesson, we will be looking at polymers and biomolecules. Under this lesson, we will describe the formation and the structures of polymers and of course to give some examples. We will explain the properties of some polymers in terms of their structure, as well as describe the structure of proteins, nucleic acid, lipids, carbohydrates, and then we will relate it to their function. And then finally, we will describe the preparation of selected organic compounds. Chemistry is a fun subject because this is where we get to learn about the things around us. In our subject, we will be looking at different laboratory simulations, also laboratory demonstrations. And so I am looking forward to seeing you in my class. Thank you for listening and see you around.